Welcome, Bout Betters. Please bet responsibly and within your limits. I already lost some profit from this week with the long shot baseball parlays, so if you don't feel like betting this card or compelled to bet at those uncomfortable spots or the degenerate parlays, don't. There's a lot of action out there. You could bet many sports here in the United States, plenty of areas to make money. You could even look at the Wilder Fury boxing match this weekend. So don't feel compelled to really stack any real investment into this bout. But that being said, this is all for edutainment purposes only. So I place some bets as to anticipate the continued line movement. And full disclosure, I did put Romanov in my degenerate parlay. Yes, I made a degenerate parlay. Just one lunch money bet. Not really a big deal, but we're going to walk through degenerate parlay because maybe you could chop it up in some way and use it for yourself. Honestly, really don't care. So how am I going to be able to invest in this card successfully? Well, I went dog hunting, as you all know I would. I went with Agapova on the money line as well as a dog leg in a parlay. I took a shot on what I call Joey's pick. Regardless of his resume, Joey thinks that Randy Brown's chin is softer than Venetian glass. So we took him on the money line because the KO was not offered. Again, it's Joey's pick. If the sub prop is not juice for Brown, that's the play I would honestly favor him finishing. But we're going to play Joey's prop. Jared Gooden on the money line. He's plus 325 by finish, plus 400 by TKO. He is plus in rounds 1 and 2. He's plus 350, and you can look at him at Brown plus 1 as well. Believe it or not, Jared Gooden does have some submissions on his resume. He is plus 1,200 by submission. I actually, again, like Randy Brown to control that bout. Again, if you're going to use Romanov, or would you like to use him in a futures parlay, here's a little. God, I hate stuttering like that with that. I'm going to leave it in there just to let you guys know it bothers me as much as it bothers you. Romanov in a futures parlay, a future degenerate parlay at minus 670. You could take Amanda Nunes right now at minus 770. That's the best she is going to be. Max Holloway at minus 400. I really couldn't believe he's that much of a favorite. And I bet bookmakers thinks that's a deal. If that's the way he's opened, Usman at minus 278. I really like that position because I'm backing Usman again and by finish. No emotion there, just pure ability. Peter Yan at minus 250 against Corey Sandhagen. Man, that's going to be a blazing fight, man. I'm still leaning on Yan there, but man, that's going to be a blazing fight. Yeah, but if you throw those guys into a parlay, again, Romanov on this card as well, on a future parlay, you'll get a plus 200 line. And if you want to add Jan Blachowicz in there, you'll get it at plus 250 Jan Blachowicz is minus 250 against Glover Teixeira, the old veteran. They'll be both 40 years old by this point. You throw him in there for like this champions parlay that are favorites, you'll get a plus 333 for a 6 leg. It is a degenerate parlay, but again, it's a decent way to use Romanov if you want to use him in the future. But I think you could make money with this parlay or with him in some way in this card. I actually do think he's the favorite. No joking, all my joking aside, and the things that I might say in the chat, even in my assessment, he really is a big favorite, and that goes for another fighter that we'll see here in a moment. So Gooden is not in the parlay that I put in. I don't think. Man, Nicolau Pereira now has surged higher than minus 195. He's over 200. People are stacking him in every parlay. It's not really good, and I did it, but again, it's just in this one particular parlay that isn't very much. The next leg in my parlay is Chris Gutierrez. He is at minus 250, so the line came a little closer, so more money is coming in on Felipe Colares at plus 195. Colares is plus 500 by finish, plus 400 by decision, and Gutierrez in this instance is plus 260 by finish and plus 100 by decision. So Vegas is leaning on Gutierrez here by decision as sort of a solid. I picked him as just a solid winner. He looks pretty good on paper, so I like it. I've seen him fight. And again, it wasn't a huge wager here. So lastly on that parlay, we have Marina Rodriguez at plus 135. again, everybody has talked about what the dialogue and the narrative is here. We all know the story, the wrestler versus grappler. I'm hoping that Rodriguez has the coaching and the people behind her to let them see, and it's obvious to other people that do MMA. I think if you look at something like the way fighters fight Damian Maia, you're going to learn a way to defeat Mackenzie Dern. And I know that's some weird MMA math, but I think what happens in the octagon happens in the octagon. And you see these great jiu-jitsu fighters having their riddle figured out. So if you wanted to get crazy on this Degenerate Parlay, everybody loves Phil Hawes at minus 335. You throw him in there. He's at a six pick at over 1,600. Myself, I took Charles Rosa on the money line. I know his takedown defense and his get-up game is suspect. I don't like the leech on the feet, and he has hands like Venetian's glass. So if you added Rosa to this line of trash here, you'd get plus 3185, actually even higher than that at this point. Wow, plus 4272 on a six pick. I didn't do that. I think it's just too much. But again, if you're playing some degenerate parlays, you want to throw some lunch money at it, by all means, go on ahead or chop this up. If these, again, you have what for me were in my parlay, two of my favorite underdogs that I think have the best chance of winning, even though they're in the most challenging bouts. And I threw them in with the favorites that I thought had the most likely chance of winning. So where is everyone at with this particular event? Where are you guys going to bet at? What parlays are you going to play? Who are your favorites? Are you going with any dogs? Please comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video. Let me know in the comments section what you guys are doing, what you think I should be doing. Thanks again for anybody listening to this. Appreciate it.